నేను వీళ్ళ గ్రూప్ లో ఏమైనా పెట్టాలా ఒక్క నిమిషం. Yeah, hi Abhay, how are you doing? I'm audible? Hey, good evening guys, I'm audible? Okay, that's great. Ashmita, I'm allowing you to talk. You got like any questions going on topics? You got anything just you can discuss? Yeah, this is clearly for like ask me anything session. What are the topics till now covered? We hope you practiced, so we want you to discuss on those topics, and you got any queries or anything, I'm here to resolve you. Hi Ashmita. Yeah, you can talk like, feel free to talk. Okay, I'm not like any college trainer or something. Like this is a program going. You can talk freely. You got like any queries or you want to talk something for a minute or something. You can talk.
Am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible.
If I have any query, I will ask you.
Yeah, that's okay. Fine. And introduce yourself. That would be great. Like like myself, Raghavan Bhumani. Like in such a way, like I'm in training and I did my CSA and CAT certifications, and I'm sure you got like any queries like in general or something or regarding service now or regarding any topic, you can ask me, okay?
Okay.
Yeah,
Give me a 1 minute.
yeah, take your time.
So yes, am I audible?
Yeah, you're audible actually.
My name is Smita Bhatia.
Yeah.
I'm from Mathura, but now I live in uh
So
now I
Madhura, Tamil Nadu.
no Mathura in
Mathura.
UP.
Oh, okay, fine. So are you a student or are you pursuing anything, are you working as a corporate or are you working in any other field or something?
Yes, I'm pursuing MBA from RDS NTC Agra.
Oh, okay,
I
that's
complete
great.
my graduation in 2021 in Agra. After it, I had complete my masters also on
Okay.
human development from
Oh,
Dalbagh Education Institute Agra, and now I'm pursuing MBA, AKT University Lucknow. My domain is HR.
oh, that is fine actually. That is also good domain, but you'll have more scope. Like if you learn some service now, and hope you'll be secured a job in service now domain. And I hope you have been in the session from the past, from the day one.
Yes. That's why I choose ServiceNow administration.
Okay, that is fantastic actually. Like if you have good knowledge on this, you'll definitely find a job. And in the future days, like service now is also like expanding its opportunities and it's like it building like companies, like most of the companies are migrating to service now as it was very advanced. So in such a way we got like more opportunities. Yeah, hi Govind and hi Vicky, hope you're doing good. I'll also give the access to your mic, you can talk to. And I hope you guys started working like practically on the service now, logging into your PDA. Like you all know, like the personal development system is called like in service now. There are like three differences instances. The first one is now learning, and the second one is PDI. That means like developer.servicenow.com. That is one of the instance, and the other one is like private one, like whoever paid instances. That is how the service now instances are differentiated. And we do all like in general we will be have developer testing instances, and then we'll move that to the sandwich box in such a way. And hope you guys started working on it, right? uh, you guys started practically. Hi Abhay, how are you doing? So this session is conducted to only for discussing questions, so you can ask me anything and I'll be here for an hour. So you can ask in general questions or regarding the topics which we have discussed till now, or you got any other future queries as well, you can discuss. So I want to finish the related list, but unfortunately you won't, like very less attendees were here. If I feel like 20 attendees or something, I'll finish the related list too. So is anyone willing to interact with me? Just raise your hand. I will give you the access to speak as well. You can talk and you can ask me the questions directly instead of typing your queries in the chat. I'm directly giving the access to talk as well, whoever joined. So you can ask me what are the questions you started working on now until now. So hope you guys started working on the NPDI. So guys, start working open your instances and work on the topics which we are created like dot walk-in, etc. Like in impersonation, configuration, personalization, and before that user administration, how to create roles, groups, u- users, and how to change the date and time format. You all know, like when you. So I'll give a task now. Should I give any task for you, or like you'll start working on your cell phone? Yeah, Govind. So that's great actually. Anyone has any queries, you can raise your queries in the chat or just raise your hands. Or otherwise, I also gave you the access to speak as well. You can unmute and you can talk. Ask me anything. Yeah, Ashmita, what's your doubt? Just go with you.
So, Shom, I want to ask you, what is
Yeah.
the benefits in service now as like I'm doing MBA? So, what will be the helpful in my future?
So basically, in nowadays, what are the most important things to secure a job? Do you have any idea? To sustain in the market, like nowadays, like everything is like instead of people thinking and writing like queries or something, like they're directly going to the chat gpt and they're giving something and they're giving the text, being an hr or something, like in the whatever the topics, essays, whatever it is. Nowadays everyone is going you to like using copilot, chat gpt, gemini, yeah, everything is ai, right?
Right.
Yeah, so do you feel like nowadays this Java and all other, like I'm not saying like these were not like bad things, like being a full stack developer you can earn like more, but whereas coming to what you feel that this, if I learn this I can sustain in the market. Leave about service now, like we'll talk in general. What do you feel, what are the things you have to habituate to sustain in the market now? Do you have any idea? What do you feel actually? I should have this skill so that I'll be in the market for the future too, from the past coming 10 years, 20 years. What do you feel? What are the things you have to learn? In general, I'm asking. So if not, I'll just go ahead. Like, basically things, first thing is like, it should be. AI related. If you are doing like, if you are learning something which is not related to AI, so that you can't be in the market for longer days. Okay, first we need whatever the software, like, not only this ServiceNow, Salesforce, or CAD, something else, whatever in the market, like, Java, whatever it is, it should be integrated with AI. That means, like, you should have access with features like AI features in it too, inbuiltly, so that if you learn that kind of courses, you will be in the market for the upcoming 10-20 years. Okay, and the second thing is, like, it should have, the software should have regular updates, as WhatsApp, we all know, like WhatsApp, Instagram, and some other things as well, like, they will give regular updates. Why? Like, coming to the phones as well, like, nowadays, like previous versions, like, Android versions used to be, like, when I was started Snapdragon or something. I'm not exactly into, because I'm an iPhone user, so I'm not sure into what are the versions like in Android. So coming to iPhone, like, previously it was like they used to be like 15, 16. What they are coming with the new models, they are upgrading. So if you take any software or whatever it is, it should be having regular updates, so that that can sustain in the market for longer things. Because in the in the coming updates, what they do is, like, whatever necessary things, they will update and they'll release. So one thing, it should be integrated with AI, and the second thing is, like, it should have regular updates. And coming to the third thing is to, like, it should be definitely a cloud thing. Whatever the you think, like, whatever it is, Java, Python, whatever it is, coming service sales, like, whatever it is, it should be integrated to cloud. Like, that means, like, now ever everyone is having a laptop, a mobile phone. It's not that costlier like in the previous, like, to we have to recharge with 300 rupees, 400 rupees for a normal 5 days plan, 2 days plan. Like, we have internet access everywhere. It should be done, like, it is not necessary to carry a hard thing, like, CPU everywhere, and you have to work that. So now what you have, what should be there, like, it should be, definitely should be a cloud thing. Then only you can feel, wherever you go you can work from nowadays, like, all the jobs are like into work from home, etc things. So these are the three main major things that should be there to sustain in the market for the coming 10-20 years. If you don't have these skills, like, one day you are learning completely, now learning some other course, like, in the previously it was like Java, previous versions you are learning that. Okay, now it was like Java, something JavaScripts are came, like anything, everyone is looking for, like, whether he's a full stack developer or something, etc things, in such a way. So everyone wants a new updated skill person with different knowledges. In such a way, that is the reason he should be, like, he should definitely have a skill set, including these three sets, like, you take
Hello.
whatever it is. Yeah, I'm audible. Are you guys following me, Ishmita? Yeah. So that is the reason. The main advantage with the service now is, like, service now is integrated with AI. You can see the sessions in Now Learning, and you can start learning this. Yeah, Ashmita, you are audible actually. Now I just heard some voice from you. So the main purpose, like, why service, we need service now, in the sense, like, service now will give regular updates every 6 months, and ServiceNow is a cloud-based platform, and ServiceNow is, yeah, like, integrated with AI. So that is the reason, if you learn ServiceNow, you will definitely get an opportunity in the coming 10-20 years. So that is why I just recommend ServiceNow. Not only ServiceNow, whatever you are learning, that should be having these three things mandatorily to sustain the market. Yeah, by theory, what job services now consist, and how should I get an our approach to get job in this particular technology? Yeah, like coming to service now, it provides different modules. Like, the main example you all remember, like, in the COVID times, this Aragya Setu. Yes, in the back end of that, every operation was done by service now, like storing bulk information of data, scheduling any appointments, whatever it is. Not in the front end, in the complete back end, the database is completely from service now. that where their service now come into existence. And now companies like most of the companies coming to BMW or D, they're like migrating their things with service now, because if anyone comes, a car comes, that means like a question mark, what are the tickets in it, raising the tickets. Such way, like job opportunities, like nowadays you have more opportunities as a fresher. Like Abhay, are you working with something else, or you're just a student? Yeah, you're into 4th year student. Yeah, that is great actually. Like being a student, like look, start now itself looking in the portals. Try to build a community, try to join in the community, try to get LinkedIn connections. Like many things. I'll just show you like some of my things, how jobs are available. But unfortunately I can't share my personal things. So I can tell you, like there are many job postings for the freshers who are going to, if you learn yourself and if you get skilled up in the service now, and if you get secured with a certification or anything, it will be more easier. Like and before when I was, it's 2021 2022 time, the market capital of service now is $250 million in India. But whereas now the market capital of service now, like became 3 times more. It's 1 billion investors are there. Like ServiceNow's market capital is $1 billion. So see, like how many opportunities are there in the market. Like finding, like I'm not exactly sure, like go here and find an opportunity, but exactly you got like different job portals now, LinkedIn, Indeed, Glassdoor. So you got like different portals. Try to look for every day, just spend at least 10-20 minutes of your time, update yourself, and look for a job. You can directly check in Google, like how many companies are integrated with ServiceNow. It gives a lot of list. Let me open list of companies. ServiceNow companies in India. Oh, sorry, I haven't shared my screen. So let me tap here. List of ServiceNow companies in India. You can see, right, like these are almost like more there are more, like HCL, Accenture, Tech Mahindra, like Capgemini, Infosys. These all are having ServiceNow things. Like ServiceNow is like, it's a vast thing now. Everything, because it is like completely integrated with AI. It has different features. Every 6 months it gives a regular update, and it's a cloud based. So if you have developed your skill, you'll definitely find a job. You'll definitely place into a company. On is meeting going on? So guys, you are working with the PDA, like you started. You all started working in the PDRL, because practice is most thing. If you're not practicing what you're teaching here, you'll definitely lose a lot of things. You have to practice. So definitely we just kept these sessions because, like, if you start practicing, you'll get some doubts. So we are here to resolve the doubts. So any one of you guys having any doubt, just feel free to ask me. Okay, I'm not like not a professor in your college or something. I'm just a trainer who trains you. That's it. I hope you guys all are practicing. Just look into the PDI. Anything until now we discussed, I can give you an. If you want me to teach you, like, explain you any other topic as well, you can ask me. I can give you. I can uh, tell you the topic again. Yeah, I got you, Abhay. Basically, you can give in 1 second. There is a type called email as well. But if you give the email type, what happens is, like, every time you give you something that should be like in the same format. Sometimes what you do is, like, you want to you have some data in Excel format, what you have collected somewhere else, and you want to import that into the service now. There is also a process we can import the data into service now. At that time, what is, like, if you take the email type something there, and the same email type, I'll show you 1 second. Go ahead. I'll just refresh this. Okay, let's. I'll share my screen. Give me a second. So am I audible to you guys? Yes. So, one second. Yeah. Just look. Is my screen visible to you guys? Can you all see my screen? Yes. Okay, then fantastic. Yeah, you see, like, we'll go here, show to show form view. Yeah, I will create something called email. Configure. Let's go to layout. Not no. You can see here how many field types you have. Let's discuss this. Audio, calendar, date, and choice. This choice field we already know to give some choices or something. This color is like, especially for doing color. Condition string means like, it is also a string, but having some conditions. In the string, we have like, long string and string, because like, when we give string, it gives like 40 words, it was like, 40 characters. Now, if we give normal strings, it was like, there will be like, limit up to 40 characters. That is the reason we give long string. Sometimes if you are giving like bulk, like, more data, then we give long string. Conditions, currency, data structure, decimal, images, email, password. So here you can't see any email type in this actually. If you let's type for email, so you can give string, and to definitely get that pattern, what we do is like, we do background script. We use scripts to give like, what exactly we have to take that string, full string. So there is no email type in this. So you can, instead of giving that, you can give string. But whereas you have mobile number for mobile number two, phone number, mobile number, even six. So guys, do you all know how to change your time zone? So Abhay, you got it right. There is no field type of email, so you can use string or any other. So you all know how to change the time zone. No? So here you go to profile. Okay, its time zone is IST. Just look into your PDI instances and check whether you are all into IST. Just confirm. You people, you all guys open your instances. Confirm me. You all are all selected with IST. Opening your PDI instances in the profile, you can confirm me. It's IST. Okay, that is fine for other guys. Is this explained in the day one? Because I'm not sure. That is the reason I'm asking. Like in a few times, it's IST. No, it is not explained. So that is fine, Abhay. If it is showing IST, that is fantastic, great with you. And other people, what about you, other guys? You all people can see IST, and you all are into IST time zone. So I'm giving everyone access to talk as well. If you got anything instead of texting, it's better if you ask me directly. But I'm fine if you ask me in Hindi as well, because I'm a guy from Telangana, so I understand Telugu. Maximum my mother tongue is Telugu, but I am good at Hindi as well too. If you ask me in Hindi, I can also give you an answers. If it is better, you can go with English. So you all done with this time thing? IST. Make sure your time zone is IST. Yeah, Shubham, I'm asking you a question actually. I can explain you in both languages, but if you ask me any query, then I can explain you. Yeah, I'm asking a question that you all people can see in the time zone IST. If you can't see that, I can explain you. But if it is visible to you guys, so that is not necessary to explain. So all of you open your PDI instance and check whether you all people can see IST choice field. Yeah, Ashmita, I can't hear you. Like, there's some. Uh, Ashmita. So, anyhow, I'll explain you if you are visible to see those choices or not. Whatever it is, I'll explain you. If suppose if you are not able to see this IST or whatever you're looking for, if you are not able to see, just right click on this and go to configure dictionary. You all know like what are the fields in the any table are stored in the configure dictionary field dictionary table. Yes, you all know this, right? So what are the fields in the service now are stored in the dictionary table by default. Okay, we can see in our form in our table, but in generally all these fields are stored in the dictionary table. Okay, so configure dictionary. Click on configure dictionary. So you come down here. Okay, just click on advanced view. Click on advanced view. Okay, so and come down. You see here choices. So for that field, for this time zone field, we have 528 choices. and click on this. You see inactive true. This MIT is inactive true. That means like you can't see MIT. What are inactive true? Those are the, you see like here are 528 choice fields for the only for the time zone. For the time zone, here 526 28 choice fields. But whereas if you go here, click on profile, control profile, you see, you think there are 528 in this now? Hardly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. So only 27 fields are inactive. So I can show you this. One second, go back. So you see, so I'm just filtering out this. So you see how many fields are active? 26 fields are active. So 26 choices are active. To enable any choice, you see now here, IST, where is IST? So, okay, that okay. So then I'm just canceling the filters. So there is something to be explained, but I'll explain tomorrow because very less attendees today. So I'll explain what is filters, what is breadcrumbs, what are exactly choices. Just click on here. So and search for IST. IST. Enter. So you see here inactive is false. If you see inactive is false, that means it is true. This field is visible. You just click here. We just make this true. What happens? Let's see. True. Yeah. And save this. Save. Yeah. Let's go here. Profile. And you see here. Search for IST. IST. Now. Do you see IST field here? No, because we just did inactive true. That means that choice field is not visible. That is how we do some configurations. This thing comes under configurations. Okay. So if any guys can't see the time zone IST, just what you do is like, just go to, not, no, oh shit. Just right click here, go to dictionary. Shit. Advanced view, and then come to the choices. So I just, it was already been here. So false, inactive false. Save it. Save it. And click on all choices. So you have 528 choices. That is how this is one of this comes under configurations. If you do any configuration changes, that affects to all the users in the instance. So let's see now. Profile. You see IST. That is how we change the time zone. Okay. You all know how to do this now. I hope you learned something now, at least. So anything you want, any detail, or if you want to explain me the same topic again, I'm here. I'm ready to. If you ask me any question in the previous topics, because I'm not like if I go with new topic, like in a few other attendees will lose. So we'll continue that tomorrow in the next session. Tomorrow is Sunday. No, there will be no session actually. So did you guys learn how to add the choice fields for the time zone? So that is how choice field will be like, in our same table, if you create some choices, more choices, and if you put them inactive, those choices are not visible. Okay. And do you know this one to one relationship, one to many relationships? So at least guys, like, I'm just asking normal questions. If you there are very few attendees, just I feel very good if all of you people respond actually. So someone raised their hand. So can anyone tell me what is coming to service now, not in general, what do you feel the relation one to one relationship as of now you've done with, like, users, groups, roles, creating tables, creating fields? What do you feel one to one relationship, and what do you feel what is one to many relationships? Do you feel like anything that we have done comes under this? So just I'll just finish this one to one. Yeah, one table to one table extends. Yeah, that is great. One to many. Yeah. So one record in a table is related to only one table in another table. Yeah. Okay, Sahil. So I'll just explain you in simple terminology. Let's go with this. Okay, just click on service all. Let's go to our table. What is our table name? U underscore cohort. Should just directly go with cohort. Test cohort, right? Extended table test. Test cohort. Yeah, let's go to our new table. So guys, nothing, there is some, not that is not very simple topics. What is one to one relationship means, like, in a table, if it is having any field or anything, any other table information of one table information, that is one to one relationship. Now coming to our table, like, reference field is a one to one relationships in a simple terminology. In the table, if you have reference field, any reference field, that is one to one relationships. Here you see our table is test cohort. Here the name field is reference field. So this test cohort has one to one relationship with name field. You just check. If we click on search, it is directing to the sys underscore user table. So here u underscore test cohort is having one to one relationship with sys underscore user. So what is making the bridge? Reference field, ref field type reference. If the field type is reference, that means it is having one to one relationship. Okay. And one to many is nothing. In a table, if you are seeing, instead of one table, if you are getting like multiple tables, like example, uh, you see, if I add any related lists here, okay, that means it is having more relationships. Not only the relationship with user table, yeah, I can also have relationship many tables. So related lists acts as one to many, and reference field type acts as one to one relationship. That's it. It is not very simple. Reference field is for like one to one relationship, and related lists are for one to many relationships, because in the related list you can add how many tables if you want to, you can add. For suppose like I'll just explain you in the tomorrow session as well. We just created a related list, you all remember, right? One record in the table is related to one. Yes. So yesterday we created a related list, but we haven't added that yet. So I was extending the time. That's the reason I haven't added that yet. But now I can show you in general. I will explain the same topic tomorrow to who are attending again. So, but I'll explain you now. This one-to-one is nothing but this reference list. Reference field access one-to-one relationship and related list. Okay, let's go with to add the related list. Firstly, we have to develop a relationship. Like going to the relationships table, we have to build a relationship for which table to which table. We done that yesterday. To add that relationship, we just go to configure. You see here related list. Just click on here, related list. You see example. So this is, I think so, we created. If you drag and drop to the right selected list, just save. Yeah, okay. We just added it. But if you want to see the relationships, you have to open a already existing record on the form. You can't directly see the related list, okay, which is existing. For the existing records you can see related list. I just saved this. Okay, just configure, sorry, configure table. Let's open list view. Let's open already a saved record. You see here, this is one of the relationship related list. Example. This is example related list. Okay, I want to add one more, but there's something already existing, so I'll add it. Configure related list. Okay, there is some table called attachments. I'm just drawing it as well. Save. So you see now, example is one of the related list. This is referencing to one table, groups table. You see here groups. And attachments, this is one of the reference field too. So here what is happening, this test cohort table is having one-to-one relationship using reference field, and one-to-many relationship using related lists. So there you segregate what is one-to-one relationship and what is one-to-many relationships. That is very simple. Okay, yeah, that's it. There's nothing in the attachment, so that is what happened. All right, that's fine. So just any other queries, just go ahead. I think now you are aware of what is one-to-one relationship and one-to-many relationships, right? So I just need your responses, guys, actually, because this is not a session between me and Abe. Yes, I'll. So one record in a table is zero two. So you guys having any other questions, any other doubts? If you guys start practicing, then you'll get questions, man, actually. How to prepare my resume before applying for job of ServiceNow. Now I have 1 year to work. Now I have year to work and practice on ServiceNow. Like my resume should consist. Yeah, what adds like Abhay, then you can directly get different prompts using ChatGPT, and you can also search in Google like typing resume templates or something like that, and prepare accordingly. Like there is nothing like rocket science in preparing a resume. Just to prepare normal way, but add some valuable points in that. Like if you are done with any certifications or anything, any major projects or anything, you have to mention that in the resume. That adds more value for the resume when you apply. Okay. And or like looking for a job, like updating the resume every time opening the Naukri. Like updated your resume, you put your resume in the Naukri, and you not opening the Naukri regularly, or you opening the Naukri regularly but you're not updating. You can do some changes, just update, re-update, upload the same resume. That makes good sense. Like if you are active, you will get like more calls. And in the LinkedIn, you have to post whatever you are doing in real time. Actually, even though you're doing some project, if you cleared with CSA, or if you learned something new in the LinkedIn as well, something new in ServiceNow, you just post what you're learning in the LinkedIn, so that someone will get updated, and you will be in the eyes of HRs, who are the recruiters. You'll be in the eyes of them. So that is how you can add some value to your resume. So guys, any other queries, any other questions? Feel free to ask. You guys, guys, like this session is especially to interaction, not only about the service now topics. You can interact to me having any queries, something I can give you in a session. This may ask me anything session. Okay. So I can see 10 attendees here. Just you got any questions? Just say yes or no. Mention something no in the chat, so that I feel like you're following me. Sahil and the rest, they just open and just put their phones or laptops aside. Sorry guys, I missed to update my name. I think so. I am Raghuvan actually. One second. Raghuvan. Yeah, fine. Yeah, sorry guys. No, no, no. Only four are responded. What about the others? Any other questions, guys? Ashmita, okay. No, okay, fine. But guys, start working on the PDI. That gives you more interaction with service now. Like if you start working on the, then you'll get something to know. Actually, service now is like basically, if you understand the tables, table is the most important thing in service now topics. So whatever the performances, whatever we do in service now is depends only on the tables for the moment. Actually, like the rest, when we go in deep, like we'll have some other knowledge, we'll get some knowledge. But for the moment, to clear CSA certification, to get more knowledge on the admin part, whatever it is, you have to be very aware of tables. Tables, if you open a table, like you should know each and everything about the table. So did you all created now learning account? So, if you ask me like that, Abhay, what I feel like, being I'm a ServiceNow developer, I'll definitely say like, ServiceNow. But like, whereas coming to Salesforce, it is also having three major things what I have discussed. It is also cloud, it is also integrated with AI, and it is also giving regular updates. Whatever you learn, just concentrate on one thing, Abhay. I can tell you that, like, if you're switching, like, etc., etc., being a fresher, find a job opportunity, whether it's ServiceNow or Sales for whatever it is. Just in the beginning days, they don't ask you much technical knowledge questions. Just directly go like aptitude and basic English questions and basic coding questions. If you clear that, you'll get a job. First, if you get a job in that domain, just start learning on that. But you should have one skill learn with you, because if you are not good with at one skill, what happens is like, after, in the market, if you go finding a job, it will be difficult. But whereas if you have a skill, it will be easy for you to get a job. So what makes ServiceNow different from Service? Like, ServiceNow is a maximum it started as a ticketing tool, like, whatever the queries, whereas Salesforce is into CRM, customer relationship management. ServiceNow started its career as ITSM, IT service management. It is completely into ticketing tools, like, if any queries, like, like onboarding HR, like, in the company, if anyone facing any issues, they have to raise a ticket to get the resources, like, in such a places they started using ServiceNow to give them personal IDs. Whoever joined, they have to give, they will be having a personal instance, right? That is how ServiceNow started its career. But whereas Salesforce, it started as a relationship management. In that, like, example, getting advertisements. If you are regularly purchasing something, you'll be populating a message like that. Or if you are doing some operations, a populates will come and there will be a form or something. You have to fill that. In such a way, it started interactions. So whereas ServiceNow is completely into different track. No. Yeah, learning knowledge is good, but I don't say like, only learn this or learn that. But if you want to learn a skill, just stick with one thing. But if you find any opportunity somewhere else, just switch yourself and start learning that thing, because finding a job is important. Like, whether whatever the domain is fine, but you should have a job. But if you find a job having these three things, you can sustain in the market for the upcoming years, because today you are hired with some company and it is dealing with some technology, and after a year the technology is not using by something else. What they do is like, they'll terminate you and they'll say like, yeah, like, look for some other opportunities. That time what happens is like, you are updated, you're like, lack with one hour again. You have to start learning a new skill and start preparing again from the scratch and start looking for the opportunities. So that is the reason, if you're joining a company, that should definitely have should be that should consider cloud, and it should be integrated with AI, and it should definitely give regular updates, whatever it is. So if you learn that kind of like, technology, what happens is like, now what is market, everything is AI. So if you join those kind of companies, that will boost your career. So again, if you lost a job there, and you can directly go to switch to some other company, you can find a job. So any other questions, guys? Because I think so the AMA session is for an hour itself. That's it, I think so. I think all of you guys gave your feedback yesterday. Just did you all guys fill the feedback form yesterday, which is mentioned in the Telegram channel? Only Abe is responding. What about the other? So started leaving everyone. Okay, guys, you got any other questions? Any other things to ask me? Just ask me because I'm going to end the session soon because I'm a session for is an hour. That's it. I hope everyone will respond. Okay, guys, see you. Where should we focus to get job in tech companies? Please guide. So you firstly to be a fresher, you have to focus on at least one thing. Like if you are good at technology, like everyone whatever the deals, like if any companies they look for like whether you got programming knowledge or something. But companies like ServiceNow, Salesforce, they just want to know how good you are interacted with the PDIs. In the beginning days they don't ask you much questions. They just normally ask you like simple aptitude. They will put a aptitude test, and then they'll ask you like whether you got any programming knowledge skills, one or two questions on that, and then just group discussions. They'll look at your English skills. Just try to improve these kind of things. Okay, it's easy to find a job. Okay, guys, see you all tomorrow session. Not tomorrow, the day after tomorrow session. So how many languages should we learn as a fresher for? So it is not about the languages, like some like it depends upon the company. They don't ask you to particularly write the code in this particular language. You can use like C, C++, Java, JavaScripts, or something else. Okay, you don't need to concentrate only on single particular. If you are good at some particular language, that is great for you. You develop your skills in that itself. But where, yeah, you got it, Avinash. So some people are good at like learning things very quickly, and some feel like okay, we are not good at programming, so they skip. That doesn't make that that is how it's not depends. Okay, you just learn something, but you should be pro in that thing. If you're learning something, that should be you should be pro in that things, not only at the coding or whatever it is, but if you are good at something, you should be good at that thing itself. That should be you are the master for that. Guys, see you Monday. I think so. You have the session on Monday, guys. All right. Avinash is typing something. Let me see. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Okay, guys. See you. Bye bye. Exit. End webinar.